I would like to do a little poetry because I am an utterer, and even though I deal with some political, economic, social, and cultural views and values, I also deal with poetry. This is a poem by Dudley Randall. It's some African-centered poetry, and the title is called Booker T and W.E.B. Booker T. Washington and W.E.B. Du Bois were two of our late 19th century, early 20th century leaders. They would argue with each other over the route that education should take, and this poem captures the essence of their views on vocational education versus liberal arts education. Also, their goals of economic versus political empowerment strategy. You know, they had different views. Booker T said to W.E.B., it just seems to me, said Booker T, it shows a mighty lot of cheek to study chemistry and Greek when Mr. Charlie needs a hand to hold the cotton on his land, and when Miss Ann needs a cook, why stick your nose inside of a book? I don't agree, said W.E.B. For if I should have the drive to seek knowledge of chemistry or Greek, I'll do it. Charles and Ann can look another place for hand and cook. Some men rejoice in skill of hand, and some in cultivating land. But there are others who maintain the right to cultivate the brain. But it just seems to me, said Booker T, that all you folks have missed the boat, who shout about the right to vote, and spend vain days and sleepless nights in uproar over civil rights. Just keep your mouths shut and do not grouse, but work and save and buy a house. I don't agree, said W.E.B. For what can property avail if dignity and justice fail? Unless you help to make the laws, they will steal your house with trumped up clause. Check out that mortgage thing going on, y'all. A rope is tight, a fire is hot, no matter how much cash you've got. Speak soft and try your little plan. But as for me, I'll be a man. But it just seems to me, said Booker T. I don't agree, said W.E.B. I did an addendum to this poem. I want this to resonate with you. Pay very close attention. Carter G., that's Carter G. Woodson, said to Booker T. and W.E.B., hey, wait a minute, my brothers, I cannot help but overhear. You both have a part of the puzzle, but we should also hold African-centered education dear. Vocational training and liberal arts definitely have their place, but it is a knowledge of self and kind and our enemies that will ultimately save our race. Yes, said Carter G., we must know how to cultivate the land, but a truly black education gives our people the ownership plan. Yes, said Carter G., we must know chemistry, but perhaps not Greek, for there is too much about African language and achievement for us to seek. I agree with the need for both property and civil right, but with an African-centered education, we gain more desire to win the liberation fight. But it just seems to me, said Booker T. I now can agree, said W.E.B. I'm glad we now have more unity, said Carter G. So that is a humble poem that deals with pointing up a lot of the problems and a lot of the solutions that we need, but we got to deal with an alternative education. I thank you. I hope that I've been of some insight. Asante Sana for your time spent with Brother Mansong Kulubally, the culture worker. Forward ever, backward never. Hotel.